Thank you for tuning in. This is DJ Fob Fresh from SEGA.com, the Sega Resource, and today we're bringing you a video review of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Now, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games is an officially licensed video game of the Olympics, which is pretty cool. It's for the 2010 Winter Olympics at Vancouver, so it's in Canada. So this was a little neat for us to play over at SEGA because we are a Canadian-based website. And yeah, this game is a lot of fun. It's not, it's not your hardcore gamers game, but it is a good, fun multiplayer game and a great game to have with friends. Now, this game is developed by Sega in cooperation with Nintendo, and unlike the earlier Olympics games, this one brings balance board support. And really, there's a lot of different options for you to get to in this. You can do training mode, which is, as it sounds, you train the different activities. You can do singles matches, which is all the different activities that you have unlocked. And then there's festival mode. And festival mode is where the meat of the game is for a single player. Essentially, you run through the Olympics day by day, and on days you either do a training session or you do an event. And, this is sort of a good way to get into the game. You get points from the events that you can then use to spend at the store, and the coolest thing is that you can actually use your Mii and dress up your Mii in whatever way you'd like. Now, I found all the things in the store for your Mii characters pretty generic. There wasn't anything that jumped out at me, wasn't anything that I particularly wanted. You could buy suits of characters of the bosses you defeat. Yes, there are bosses in festival mode. We'll get to that in a minute. But what I ended up spending most of my points on were the music tracks, because the music tracks were enjoyable. You get old Mario themes and old Sonic themes. That really kind of brought the game up a bit. Another thing you can do is you can buy information of the Vancouver Olympics and about the different sports in it. However, this mode is, it's pretty limited. You're literally given like 3 or 4 sentences of a description. As you can see here on the screen, I kept looking for more until I realized that was it. So that's a little disappointing, but there are lots of different extras available. Now, when you do get a boss battle, you usually have to fight some sort of villain from either the Mario or the Sonic universe, and you basically have to defeat them in whatever Olympic event they choose. Now, this was a lot of fun to do, except this also brought up one of the problems with the game. Is because it's all Waggle centric, you're flicking your wrists back and forth, you tend to get into situations where the controls don't work exactly as you want. It's a small issue, but it does creep up. Another issue is this pause menu. This pause menu comes up way too often in the game, obviously there even during a celebration moment. However, Sega's seen it fit to include lots of rankings, lots of awards that you can do. You can check through all your game displays. In fact, there's some other cool options as well. You can even sync the game's weather channel to that of Vancouver, so that if you play this during the Olympic season, your weather would always match what the weather is in Vancouver. There's an email option where it sends you in-game messages, and also there's full Mii support, and that's really cool. As you can see here, I've got my Wii playing, and I just scored a goal. And this is a lot of fun. This is what I want out of a game like this. I want to be able to get my friends into it and play it to its fullest. Another cool feature are the dream events, and these are unlocked as you go along, and these are also playable separately from the front menu system. Now, dream events are essentially Mario Kart F-Zero styled events where you control the characters in this really weird video game but / Olympic event. It's all kind of strange, but they're a lot of fun to play, and they showcase the graphics rather nicely. Now, the one thing to remember as you're kind of going through this is that all the events are essentially mini games and are just a part of the greater title. So while each individual game isn't the deepest, they all lend themselves to quick arcade styled fun. And this is a great game to play at a family gathering. This is a great game for when the girlfriends are over, because they all recognize the characters, and you can have a blast kind of going back and forth. And it's all very action oriented. You're up and you're moving around. From a collection standpoint, this is a cool title to have, simply because it documents a historical event. I mean, I think the last time Canada had an Olympics was back in '88 in Calgary. And this game has managed to do a bit of the unthinkable, and that is it made figure skating and curling two of the best mini games in this collection. Regardless of your gamer type, if you're a hardcore or if you're just casual, the one thing that this game is fun. If you're a fan of Mario and Sonic, it's definitely worth checking out.